Ah, good morning. Hey, welcome to part 4, not 3, 4, in our series titled From Me to We. This is closing out our couples relationship study we're doing for the month of February, today and tomorrow. Excuse me. And it's been a good study. I've enjoyed it. I hope y'all have too. But today's subject, I kind of touched on yesterday when we were talking about forgiveness and the process of forgiving. And that was this. It was step 4, 4 on 4. That's funny. It was step 4, and it was stopping the replay. You know, when that replay comes in the head that says, oh, but they did this, but they did that, stopping that. And what I mean by that is negativity. Negativity that comes in our brain. We're just bombarded with it from everything nowadays. The television's full of negativity. The news is all pretty much 98% negativity. Social media's negativity. People are negativity. We're just bombarded with negativity, you know, and it's so easy to let that get into our brain and into our thinking. And what happens, and what I've seen happen in my own relationships, is one of two things. Number one, I either project that negativity onto other people, and so I'm reluctant to even talk to them or converse with them or anything because I've projected this negativity onto them. Or number two, I inwardly hold it on myself. You know, I'm not a good father. I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good person. I screw up. I do this. I do that. And what we end up doing is just stacking this weight of negativity on our shoulders and carrying it around. What happens when we do that is in our relationships is we start separating ourselves from our spouses because we're focused on us. Y'all see that? Y'all see how we got there? We got there because we allowed this negativity to focus on me and how I'm bad, I'm terrible, I screw up. I'm a bad husband because I don't cook dinner. Okay, I'm a bad husband because I don't fold the fitted sheets. Okay? You'll see what I'm saying though. It's these little negativity things that we say about ourselves to ourselves, and we don't ever get them out. We don't ever shut them down. That's the enemy getting to us and knocking us down. And you might be saying, well, this ain't that big a deal. This ain't that drastic. One or two, no. But over time, it builds up. And here's where I'm going with this. In Philippians, well, no, here it is. Romans 12:2 first. I kind of skipped it. Sorry. Romans 12:2 tells us to not copy the behavior and customs of the world, but to let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. That's where we needed to start from. You know, the world's full of negativity, and we need to go to God to change the way we think. We don't need to fall into that negative trap, that negative process on ourselves and projecting that to our spouse or other relationships. So where do we go from there? Well, Philippians 4:8 tells us this. Philippians 4:8 says, fix your thoughts, okay? Change the way you think, right? Fix your thoughts on what is true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, admirable. Think about these things that are excellent and worthy of praise. If we go back to step 1 of our Dating 101, and I know I keep referencing this, but we've got to remind ourselves of this. God is our source of life. God is our source of strength. God is our source of joy, not our spouse. I mean, the spouse provides those things as well, but if God's not the source, this is going to fall off. We've talked about that. If you go back to God, if you focus on God, whatever's true, honorable, right, pure, then you're going to change the way you think. Those little negative things are going to pop in your head, and you're going to be like, nope, out, bye. I won't focus on what's true. But here's where this comes into from me to we. Okay, here's where we go here. I know it kind of took a long way to get here, but when you're going from me to we in your relationship and your thought process, you need to be focusing on what's pure, true, good, honorable, happy, excellent about your spouse. Don't be thinking about the negative things about your spouse. Don't be projecting and talking and boosting negativity about your spouse. Be boosting positive things. Be boosting true things. Be boosting lovely things, pure things, admirable things. Are you a positive influence to your spouse? Do you lift up your spouse when they're doing these things? Do you tell them? Do you praise them? That's where I'm getting at. When you go from me to we in a relationship, and you take the negativity mind, when your mind gets flooded with negativity, you take that, you focus it on God, not the negativity. You focus your thoughts on God. The pure starts coming out, the good starts coming out, and you project that to your spouse. I guarantee you do that, you'll see a big change in your relationship. Especially if your spouse starts doing it to you. Number one, you're both going to be much happier. Yeah. Number two, you're both going to be more inclined to help, do things, spend time with, talk to, be around each other. How can you go wrong here? Why would you not want to do this? So give it a try. So my daily drink today is this. Stop the negativity. Block it out. When it comes in, flood your mind with pure, true, wholeworthy thoughts from God. Project those on your spouse. Project those on your significant other. And see how that improves your relationship. So, join me tomorrow for the last episode of the From Me to We series. It's going to be a good one. I got a pretty good idea of what it's going to be about. And thank y'all for joining me today. Y'all have a blessed day. Walk off.